Hello everyone, welcome to This Week in Comics. I'm Sid from Comic Connections and this is Pete from Puritans Radio.
Hello.
And we're going to be discussing some of the fine comics out this week, the 30th of May 2018. A huge release for us this week is Amazing Spider-Man issue 800. So this is the big final blowout battle between Spider-Man and Norman Osborn. All of Dan Slott's run has been leading up to this. Pete, how are you finding Spider-Man these days?
I haven't read Spider-Man. Well, you probably know better when I last read Spider-Man.
Clone Saga.
Clone Saga, yeah. So I had a flick through. Didn't really bring myself up to speed too well, but everyone's in it. If
Everyone
you're a Spider fan,
is in it.
They are all in it.
It's 80 pages, one story, so there's no reprints in the back of like some random issue from 50 years ago. It is all new content. It is a $10 comic, but with your discount, you can get this in store for £8. And we have loads of variants available. It's been a great seller for us anyway. I'm super excited for this. It's a big milestone event. It's the first Marvel book to hit 800.
Cool.
So it's not quite Action Comics' issue 1000, but that did have like a 25-year head start. Yeah. So this is fair. So yeah, one of my favourite recommended pulls this week and one of my favourite books overall. What have you got for us then, Pete?
Well, I think my first choice this week is the Flash Speed Buggy special.
Nice. So what's happening in that one?
The Flash is teaming up with Speed Buggy.
Wally.
Yep.
Buggy. So this is part of DC's new Hanna-Barbera crossover. So they did a quite successful crossover with the Warner Brothers stuff a few months back, including that really good Elmer Fudd Tom King issue. No, genuinely, it's brilliant.
I've heard good things about it.
And so they're trying to recapture lightning in a bottle with Flash Speed Buggy. So let me know how that works out for you.
I'll read it and I will feed back.
I see your Flash Speed Buggy and I raise you Doomsday Clock issue 5.
Similar.
Similar quality, yeah, similar. Yeah. Quite important for the industry, Speed Buggy.
Yeah.
So, in fact, the last time you were on the show, Pete, if that's your real name, was Doomsday Clock issue 1.
It was, yeah.
8 years ago.
It seems like that. It does seem like that.
It's a great seller for us. It's our best-selling DC book, especially now White Knight has finished. Loaned here. You're already all on this, right? I don't need to tell you about this, but if we had to, how would you condense this in one awesome soundbite sentence? Go.
Watchmen, DC Universe, together.
For the first time, for the last time, who knows? Oh God, what have you got for me now?
Now we've got Black Lightning, Hong Kong Phooey.
Now I feel this should be one of your picks, Pete. Man of Steel issue 1. How do you feel about this?
It's good, I've read it. So, I mean, Man of Steel, the original Man of Steel miniseries that relaunched Superman came out 31 years ago. So, 31 years later, Brian Michael Bendis is jumping on board to give Superman a bit of a revamp. Not a relaunch like it was back in the 80s. It's very much a revamp with Bendis putting his own spin on the Man of Steel.
Because Superman doesn't need fixing, right?
Exactly.
The last 2 years with Tomasi and Jurgens on the helm, top notch.
Sorted it.
Some of the best 2 years of Superman I've read in 20 years of reading Superman. So
yeah, but if you didn't read any of that good stuff, which is all available in trade, and you're wondering where you can jump on to Superman, this is the place, most definitely.
So if you're a Marvel guy and you've read Avengers or Ultimate Spider-Man or Guardians and you haven't really known where to begin with the original Boy Scout, then Man of Steel issue 1, hugely recommended. Especially off the back of Action Comics 1000 and DC Nation 0.
Yep.
This is the next chapter. It's a weekly book over the next 6 weeks. I'm sure I'm going to mention it, but this is where it all starts. Pop quiz. What is extra special about the original 1987 Man of Steel by John Byrne?
First comic to have a variant cover.
Issue 1 was the first comic to have a variant cover. Thought I was going to catch you out. Didn't.
And Bendis has made a point of saying no variants for this Man of Steel.
So the one 30 years ago had more covers than this?
Yes.
That's weird. In the industry today.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have expected that. I dread to ask.
Well, this time it's a variant to the ever-popular Aquaman Jabberjaw team-up.
Now, I believe this was one of Lisa from Spartown Comics' top picks for the month of June, even though it came out in May. This was in her preview top picks.
Right.
Don't let her forget that.
Okay, that is interesting.
Yep.
Jabberjaw's a shark, apparently.
Yep. A talking shark.
Talking shark.
I didn't watch much Hanna-Barbera.
No.
Should we move on?
Yeah.
All right. This one's definitely for me, not for you. This is Transformers Requiem of the Wreckers. So Nick Roche, as well as like James Roberts, did some great stuff on Last Stand of the Wreckers, probably like 10 years ago now, something crazy like that. Then they did a follow-up called Sins of the Wreckers. This is the final part, Requiem of the Wreckers. If you missed this issue, which is out this week and it's an $8 annual, they're already reprinting it like it was solicited 2 months before this was solicited. They're doing a Wreckers omnibus, and they delayed releasing it so they can put this in it as well. So you've got the complete Wreckers. You following? No. Look, Springer, Impactor, original 80s comics, Jeff Senior artwork, Transformers, they're more than meets the eye. Give it a try.
I've got one more.
He's got one more.
One more.
Knock me out.
This one might actually be quite good, so I think you'll like this. Super Sons, Dynamite, and the Blue Falcon special. Everyone loves Super Sons.
Actually, yes, Super Sons is great, and it is written by Tomasi, who wrote the main run. And of course, the good news is we are getting a new Super Sons in August.
12 issues, Adventures of the Super Sons.
So, who is Dynamite, Pete? Tell me about him.
This character here.
Yep. And who is the Blue Falcon, Pete?
That is this character here.
And he's obviously from
Hanna-Barbera verse.
So he's not from that old Nintendo game, F-Zero.
No, that's Captain Falcon. He's Blue Falcon. But
right.
they're those characters. This is Superboy.
Yep.
Robin.
Which Robin?
Damien. Super Sons.
Never heard of him. So you've gone for the full gamut of the Hanna-Barbera specials. Yep. Cool.
Yep.
Can we move on?
Yep.
My trade paperback pick this week is an oldie, but it's a goldie. It is Silver Surfer Thanos Quest. So one of the things that I've said to a lot of customers over the last few months is that Avengers Infinity War actually has more in common with Thanos Quest than it does Infinity Gauntlet or Infinity War. But it hasn't been in print for ages. So the good news is Marvel have come in with their Epic Collection, where the idea is they're going to reprint every issue of all the classic books, so Avengers, SpiderMan, Silver Surfer, etc. But they're printing them out of order, but they will eventually fill in all the gaps on your shelf. So this is technically Volume 6 of the 1990 Silver Surfer series. Don't worry about that too much. The important thing is it reprints the very rare Thanos Quest issue 1 and 2, as well as a whole heap of other important Silver Surfer books from the Ron Marks, Ron Lim era.
2 Ronnies.
Yeah. But not those 2 Ronnies. No.
2 Ron.
Ron Lim. It's good though, isn't he? Thanos Quest. So that's it for another week. What else have we got going on in store, Pete? Well, we got loads of variants in, and we also have the new previews in. So previews, if you don't know, is the monthly comic catalogue that Diamond released to tell us everything coming out a few months ahead of time. You doing all right down there? So in August, if you want to know what's coming out in August, come in and check out this book. Pete, he's flying the DC flag as he always does. I'm quite excited for the new Sandman series and the new Fantastic Four series.
Yes.
So come in, check out previews. We'll be doing a previews night next week in store on the Wednesday from 4 until 6. So come in, check out previews completely free, place some orders, have some fun, have a few laughs, buy some comics. That's it for another week. So it's good night from me.
And it's good night from him.
Because we mentioned the 2 Ronnies. So, call back.